My beloved child, hear my voice today. I am Jesus, the Son of the living God, the one who was, who is, and who is to come. I am with you always, and I have not abandoned you. I see your pain, I know your struggles, and I hear your cries in the night. When your heart is heavy, when your strength is gone, and when fear grips your soul, remember this. I am here, and I will never leave you. I have called you by name. You are mine. No force in heaven or on earth can separate you from my love. I have walked this earth. I have tasted suffering, and I have endured rejection so that you may never walk alone. The road before you may seem steep, the storms may rage, but do not be afraid. Hold on to me, for I am your refuge, your rock, and your salvation. Have I not told you? If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 17 verse 20. Your faith is more powerful than the weight of your trials. Your trust in me is greater than the darkness that tries to consume you. Hold on, my child. Believe in me. Walk with me. Do you remember my servant Peter? When he saw me walking on water, he said, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water. And I said, come. Peter stepped out of the boat, his feet touching the raging sea, and for a moment, his faith held him up. But when he saw the wind, when he allowed fear to take hold, he began to sink. He cried out, Lord, save me. And immediately I stretched out my hand and caught him. Oh, you of little faith, I said, why did you doubt? Matthew 14 verses 28 to 31. You see, my child, it was not the storm that caused Peter to sink. It was his doubt. The storm had no power over him while his eyes were fixed on me. And today, I say to you, lift your eyes to me. Let go of the fear. Do not let doubt consume you. Your storm is not greater than my power. The waves may roar, the wind may howl, but I am the one who commands the seas, and they obey. Keep your faith in me, and you will not sink. I know you feel weak. I know you feel weary, but I am your strength. Did I not say, those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength? They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. I am your fortress, your shield, your ever-present help in times of trouble. Psalm 46 verse 1. Do not listen to the whispers of the enemy. He is a liar and the father of lies. He will tell you that you are alone. He will tell you that you are too broken, too sinful, too lost. But listen to my voice instead. I say to you, you are forgiven. You are redeemed. You are loved with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31 verse 3. My blood was shed for you. My life was given for you. And now, I am preparing a place for you, where sorrow will be no more, where tears will be wiped away, where you will stand in my presence forever. John 14 verses 2 to 3, Revelation 21 verse 4. My child, I know the weight of your burdens. I see the silent battles you fight in your heart. But hear my words. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. Lay your worries at my feet. Release your fears into my hands. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, through prayer and thanksgiving, make your requests known to me. And my peace, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7. You may feel surrounded by trouble, but I am surrounding you. Do you remember Elisha's servant? When he saw an army surrounding them, he was afraid. But Elisha prayed, "Lord, open his eyes that he may see." And his servant's eyes were opened, and he saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire around them. 2 Kings 6 verses 15 to 17. My child, I have sent my angels concerning you. You are not alone. I am fighting for you. Though the world may hate you, I have overcome the world. John 16 verse 33. Though the enemy may strike, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54 verse 17. Though your strength may fail, I will carry you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41 verse 10. Stand firm, my beloved. The battle is not yours but mine. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 15. Hold on to your faith. Trust in me with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. The night may be long, but joy is coming in the morning. Psalm 30 verse 5. Do you trust me? Even when the answer is delayed, even when the breakthrough seems far away, I am working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. What the enemy meant for evil, I will turn for good. Genesis 50 verse 20. What seems like an end is only the beginning of something greater. Do not fear what lies ahead. I go before you. I have already made a way. I have already opened the doors. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep standing. Your faith will not fail. Your strength will not fade. You are victorious in me. Let these words sink deep into your heart. Let them become your anchor. Speak them over your life. Declare them in the face of fear. Say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. Say, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Psalm 27 verse 1. Say, greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. 1 John 4 verse 4. My child, I am coming soon. Hold fast to what you have. Do not be shaken. Do not be moved. I will wipe away every tear. I will make all things new. Until that day, keep your eyes on me. Keep your faith strong. Keep running the race. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28 verse 20. Come, let me carry you. Rest in my arms. Be still and know that I am God. I love you with an everlasting love. You are mine, and I am yours. My beloved, do you not know? Have you not heard? I am the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. I do not grow tired or weary, and my understanding no one can fathom. I give strength to the weary and increase the power of the weak. Isaiah 40 verses 28 to 29. You do not walk alone. I am walking beside you, carrying you when you can no longer carry yourself. I see the tears you cry in secret. I hear the prayers you whisper in the stillness of the night. You wonder if I hear you, if I see you, if I care. But listen to me, my child. Before you called, I already answered. Before you cried, I had already made a way. My love for you is deeper than the ocean, wider than the heavens, stronger than any force that tries to destroy you. You are mine. The enemy wants to silence your faith. He wants to fill your heart with fear and doubt. But I tell you today, do not be afraid. Do not let your heart be troubled. Trust in me. John 14 verse 1. I am your shield, your fortress, your deliverer. No harm shall overtake you. No plague shall come near your dwelling. For I have commanded my angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91 verses 10 to 11. You may feel as though you are walking through the fire, but remember my words. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. the flames will not set you ablaze. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Isaiah 43 verses 2-3. Have I not promised you? I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will never abandon you to the hands of your enemies. Even when you do not understand what I am doing, trust that I am working for your good. I do not sleep. I do not slumber. I am watching over you. Every step you take, I am there. Every time you stumble, I am there to lift you up. Let me remind you of my servant, Joseph. His brothers betrayed him, sold him into slavery, and he was cast into prison for a crime he did not commit. Yet through it all, I was with him. I turned his suffering into greatness. What the enemy meant for evil, I turned for good, Genesis 50 verse 20. And in the same way, I am working in your life. Your pain will not be wasted. Your tears are not forgotten. Your story is not over. Stand firm in faith. Do not look at the storm. Do not focus on the waves. Keep your eyes on me. Speak to your mountain, and it will move. Call upon my name, and I will answer you. Those who put their trust in me will never be put to shame. Romans 10 verse 11. There is a purpose for your waiting. There is a reason for your trial. Though the process may be painful, the promise is sure. I am refining you like gold in the fire. I am molding you, shaping you, preparing you for greater things. You may not see it now, but trust me, your latter days will be greater than your former days. Job 42 verse 12. Remember the woman with the issue of blood. She had suffered for 12 long years. Doctors could not heal her. No one could help her. But she said within herself, "If only I may touch the hem of his garment, I will be healed." And when she reached out in faith, she was made whole. Luke 8 verses 43-48. My child, reach out to me. Even in your weakness, even in your weariness, reach out. Do not let go of your faith. Keep pressing forward. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Your miracle is near. Your breakthrough is coming. I am the God who makes a way where there is no way. I am the one who opened the Red Sea for my people to walk through on dry land. Exodus 14 verses 21-22. I am the one who shut the mouths of lions to protect my servant Daniel. Daniel 6 verse 22. I am the one who brings water from a rock, who rains down manna from heaven, who speaks and the earth trembles. Nothing is too hard for me. So why do you fear? Why do you doubt? Am I not the same God who raised Lazarus from the dead? Am I not the same God who multiplied the loaves and fish? Am I not the same God who calms the storm? I have not changed. My power has not diminished. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13 verse 8. Hold on, my child. Do not grow weary. I will strengthen you. I will sustain you. I will lift you up with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41 verse 10. The enemy wants you to quit. He wants you to believe that I have forgotten you. But I tell you today, I am not finished with you yet. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass. My promises never fail. If you could see what I see, you would not be afraid. If you could see the victory that is coming, you would not doubt. If you could see how I am working behind the scenes, you would rest in my peace. Trust me, my child. Walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. Your faith is the key to unlocking the impossible. Your faith is what moves mountains. Speak life, not death. Speak faith, not fear. Declare my promises over your life. Say, the Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. Hebrews 13 verse 6. Say, I am more than a conqueror through Christ who loves me. Romans 8 verse 37. Say, the Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. Psalm 23 verse 1. Do not settle for less than what I have promised you. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let past failures define your future. Rise up in faith. Step into your calling. Walk in victory. The enemy has no power over you. Sin has no hold on you. Chains are breaking. Strongholds are coming down. Doors are opening. My child, I am preparing you for something greater. The pain you have endured will be turned into glory. The suffering you have faced will be turned into testimony. Every battle, every tear, every trial, it is all part of my plan to bring you into the fullness of my purpose. So do not give up. Do not faint. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Galatians 6 verse 9. I am coming soon. Keep your lamp burning. Keep your heart ready. My reward is with me, and I will give to each according to what they have done. Revelation 22 verse 12. Hold fast to what you have. Do not let anyone take your crown. Keep pressing forward. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. Keep running your race with endurance. Hebrews 12 verses 1 to 2. I love you, my child, more than you can ever comprehend. My love for you is greater than the highest mountain, deeper than the deepest sea. Nothing can separate you from my love. Stay close to me. Abide in me. Let my words dwell richly in your heart. And when the road is hard, when the night is long, when the battle is fierce, remember this: I am with you always, even to the very end of the age. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are mine, and I hold you in the palm of my hand. No one can snatch you away from me. John 10 verse 28. The world may turn against you. People may disappoint you, but I remain faithful. I am closer than the very breath you breathe. When you call upon me, I am there. When you cry out in desperation, I hear you. Even now, my child, I am working in ways you cannot see. The delays you have faced, the battles you have fought, the struggles you have endured, none of it has been in vain. I have seen your silent suffering. I have counted every tear, and I tell you this: your suffering is producing a glory that far outweighs it all. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 17. Hold on. The breakthrough is closer than you think. Look back and remember my faithfulness. When Israel stood before the Red Sea with the enemy closing in, they thought all was lost. But I made a way. When Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, it seemed like the end. But I shut the mouths of the lions. When the 3 Hebrew boys were thrown into the fiery furnace, the flames could not consume them because I was with them. Daniel 3 verse 25. I am the same God today. The battle you are facing is not too great for me. The sickness, the financial struggles, the heartbreak, the fear, nothing is beyond my power. I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is anything too hard for me? Jeremiah 32 verse 27. You ask, how much longer, Lord? You wonder if I have forgotten you. But I tell you, my timing is perfect. What I have promised will come to pass. Though the vision tarries, wait for it, for it will surely come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. Your prayers are not wasted. Your faith is not in vain. I am working even when you cannot see it. Like a seed planted in the ground, you may not see immediate results, but under the surface, roots are growing, foundations are being laid. Do not despise small beginnings, for I am the God who brings mighty things from what seems insignificant. Do you remember how I fed 5,000 people with only 5 loaves and 2 fish? Matthew 14 verses 13 to 21. What seemed too little in the hands of men became more than enough in my hands. Bring me your little, bring me your faith, even if it is as small as a mustard seed. Trust me and watch how I multiply it beyond what you can imagine. I am calling you to walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. The world will tell you to rely on what you can see, but I tell you, my child, trust in what I have spoken. My promises are yes and amen. 2 Corinthians 1 verse 20. What I have declared over your life will stand. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. Isaiah 54 verse 17. Do not let fear rob you of your destiny. Fear paralyzes, but faith moves mountains. Speak to your situation. Speak to your mountain. Tell it to move, and it will obey. Mark 11 verse 23. There is power in your words. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18 verse 21. Speak life. Speak my word. Declare my promises, and watch as they unfold before you. Do not let the enemy silence you. Do not let discouragement steal your joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Nehemiah 8 verse 10. Praise me even in the storm. Worship me even when you don't understand. For your worship is a weapon, your faith is your shield, and your prayers are breaking strongholds. Look to the cross. Look at my sacrifice. Do you not see? I endured the suffering for you. I bore the pain for you. I took the shame for you, because I love you with an everlasting love. And if I did not spare my own life, will I not also freely give you all things? Romans 8 verse 32. Rise up, my child. Shake off the chains of fear and doubt. Walk in the authority I have given you. You are more than a conqueror. You are victorious in me. No storm can destroy you. No trial can break you. For I am your foundation, and those who build their life on me will never be shaken. Matthew 7 verses 24 to 25. The world is passing away, but my words will never pass away. Matthew 24 verse 35. Store up treasures in heaven. Seek first my kingdom and righteousness, and everything you need will be added to you. Matthew 6 verse 33. Your reward is not in this world. Your home is not here. Set your heart on eternity. Run your race with endurance. Keep your eyes on the prize. I am coming soon. Be ready. Stay watchful. Do not grow weary. Strengthen the weak hands. Steady the feeble knees. Say to those with anxious hearts, be strong. Do not fear. Your God will come with vengeance. With divine retribution, he will come to save you. Isaiah 35 verses 3 to 4. Do you hear my voice? Do you feel my presence? I am right here with you. You are never alone. The battle is not yours, but mine. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 15. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Trust in me, and you will not be disappointed. I love you with an everlasting love. I have called you by name. You are mine. Hold on, my child. Your miracle is closer than you think. The breakthrough is near. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Keep pressing forward. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My beloved child, I see you. I see your struggles, your tears, your secret battles that no one else knows about. I see the weight you carry, the burdens that press heavily upon your shoulders. But I am telling you now, you were never meant to carry this alone. I am your strength. I am your help. I am your refuge and fortress, your ever-present help in times of trouble. Psalm 46 verse 1. You ask, Lord, where are you? But I have never left you. I am closer than your very breath. Even in the silence, I am working. Even when you cannot see me, I am there. Just as the wind moves the trees, though you cannot see it, you feel its presence, so am I with you. I am moving in your life, shifting things in the unseen. You may not understand now, but soon you will. When the storm rages, when the waters rise, do not fear. I am with you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. and the flames will not consume you. Isaiah 43 verse 2. The trials you are facing are not to destroy you, but to refine you, to strengthen you, to prepare you for the great things I have in store. You are being tested, but you will come forth as pure gold. Job 23 verse 10. Have I not told you that in this world you will have trouble? But take heart, I have overcome the world. John 16 verse 33. If I overcame, so will you. If I endured the cross, you can endure your trials. Do not be discouraged by what you see, for what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 18. Look at Abraham. I promised him a son, but years passed, and still he waited. He did not see the promise immediately, but he held on to my word. Against all hope, he believed, and because of his faith, I fulfilled my promise. Romans 4 verses 18 to 21. So will I do for you. If I have spoken a word over your life, will I not bring it to pass? My word does not return to me void, but accomplishes what I desire and achieves the purpose for which I sent it. Isaiah 55 verse 11. You say, Lord, my faith is small, but I tell you, if you have faith even as small as a mustard seed, you can speak to the mountain, and it will move. Matthew 17 verse 20. Do not focus on the size of your problem. Focus on the greatness of your God. I am the one who spoke the universe into existence. I am the one who calms the storm with a word. Is there anything too hard for me? Genesis 18 verse 14. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for I am with you wherever you go. Joshua 1 verse 9. Though your enemies rise against you, though the forces of darkness try to stop you, they will not succeed. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54 verse 17. Do not be dismayed by the trials that come your way. The enemy wants you to quit, to give up, to doubt my promises. But I tell you now, stand firm, hold on to your faith. You are on the brink of breakthrough. The enemy attacks because he knows what I have planned for you. He sees the destiny I have placed upon you, and he trembles. You were not created to live in fear. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. Rise up, my child. Shake off the lies of the enemy. Walk in the authority I have given you. You are more than a conqueror. Romans 8 verse 37. You are victorious through me. Do you remember Peter? He walked on water, but when he took his eyes off me and focused on the storm, he began to sink. But when he called out, Lord, save me, I immediately reached out my hand and lifted him up. Matthew 14 verses 29 to 31. I am reaching out to you now. Keep your eyes on me. Do not let the waves of life pull you under. You say, Lord, I am tired. I feel weak. But I tell you, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. When you feel the weakest, that is when I am strongest in you. Do not rely on your own strength. Rely on mine. I am the God who makes a way where there is no way. I parted the Red Sea for my people. I brought water from the rock. I rained down manna from heaven. I raised the dead. I healed the sick, and I have not changed. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13 verse 8. Trust in me. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. When you pass through deep waters, I am there. When you feel overwhelmed, I am carrying you. Even now I am working. The doors that were closed will open. The prayers you thought went unanswered are being answered. The chains that held you back are breaking. The breakthrough is near. Hold on. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are loved with an everlasting love. My plans for you are good, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Do not give up. Keep moving forward. Walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. Speak life, not death. Declare my promises. Speak to your mountain, and it will move. I am coming soon. Stay ready. Keep your lamp burning. Hold on to what you have, so no one takes your crown. Revelation 3 verse 11. The race is almost over. The prize is near. Stay strong, my child. Your reward is great in heaven. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My beloved child, listen to me. I see your heart. I see the battles you fight in silence, the pain you do not share, the fears that try to grip you. I see the moments when you wonder if I am still near, if I still hear your prayers. But I tell you now, I have never left you. I have never turned my face from you. Even in the darkest night, my light surrounds you. Even in the deepest valley, I walk beside you. Do you not know? Have you not heard? I am the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. I do not grow tired or weary, and my understanding no one can fathom. I give strength to the weary and increase the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in me will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40 verses 28 to 31. You feel weak, but I am your strength. You feel lost, but I am your guide. You feel burdened, but I am your rest. Lay your burdens at my feet. Cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. I see the tears you cry at night. I see the prayers you have whispered in the secret place. Not one has gone unnoticed. Not one has been forgotten. I collect your tears in a bottle. Psalm 56 verse 8. I know every sorrow, every longing of your heart. And I am telling you now, my child, do not give up. Do not let go of your faith. The answer is coming. The breakthrough is near. The healing is on the way. Look at Joseph, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and locked in a prison. He could have given up. He could have let despair overtake him. But he held on. He trusted me even when everything looked hopeless. And in one day, I lifted him from the prison to the palace. Genesis 41 verses 41 to 43. So will I do for you. I will lift you up in due time. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time, you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Galatians 6 verse 9. I am the God of the impossible. I spoke, and the world was formed. I breathed life into dry bones and made them live again. Ezekiel 37 verse 5. There is nothing beyond my power. That which seems dead in your life, I can resurrect it. The dreams that have faded, the hope that has grown dim, the joy that seems lost, I can restore it all. Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance I will bring. Exodus 14 verse 13. Though the enemy comes against you, he will not prevail. Though weapons are formed against you, they will not prosper. Though the storms rise, they will not consume you. I am your defender. I am your shield. I am your fortress in the time of trouble. My child, faith is not about seeing. It is about believing. Thomas doubted until he touched my wounds. But I say to you, blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. John 20 verse 29. Will you trust me even when you cannot see the way? Will you believe even when the answer has not yet come? Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11 verse 1. The world will try to shake you. The enemy will try to whisper lies. But hold fast to my word. Let my truth be your anchor. Let my promises be your foundation. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Matthew 24 verse 35. My beloved, I am calling you higher. I am calling you to rise above the fear, the doubt, the discouragement. Set your mind on things above, not on earthly things. Colossians 3 verse 2. Seek first my kingdom and righteousness, and everything else will be given to you. Matthew 6 verse 33. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Walk in confidence, walk in faith, walk in the authority I have given you. The enemy trembles at the sound of my name, and I have placed my name upon you. Rise up, my child. It is not over. The story is not finished. The best is yet to come. Keep believing. Keep pressing forward. Keep trusting in me. My beloved child, hear my voice. Do not turn away. I am speaking to you now, calling you by name. I have seen your struggle, your pain, your moments of doubt. I know the weight you carry, the fears that keep you awake at night, the silent battles that no one else understands. But I tell you today, you are not alone. I am with you. I have always been with you. When you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before you took your first breath, I had already written your story. Nothing about you is hidden from me. I know your thoughts before you think them, your words before you speak them, your pain before you feel it. Psalm 139 verses 1 to 4. And I tell you now, you were not made to live in fear. You were not created to be broken. You were not destined for failure. You are mine. You were chosen. You are loved with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31 verse 3. I know it feels like the storm will never end. I know the mountain before you looks impossible to climb, but I am the God who makes a way where there is no way. Isaiah 43 verse 19. Did I not part the Red Sea for my people? Did I not make the walls of Jericho fall with a single shout? Did I not raise Lazarus from the grave when everyone said it was too late? John 11 verses 43 to 44. I am still the same, yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13 verse 8. You say, Lord, my faith is weak. But I say to you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Matthew 17 verse 20. The mountain of sickness, the mountain of financial struggle, the mountain of broken relationships, nothing is too big for me. Speak to your mountain, declare my word over your life. I have given you authority to trample on serpents and scorpions, to overcome all the power of the enemy. Luke 10 verse 19. You feel abandoned, but I tell you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. You feel defeated, but I tell you, you are more than a conqueror through me. Romans 8 verse 37. You feel unworthy, but I tell you, you are my masterpiece, created in my image. Ephesians 2 verse 10. Do you remember the woman with the issue of blood? For 12 years she suffered. She spent all she had on doctors, but nothing changed. But one day, she saw me. She pushed through the crowd, desperate, reaching out just to touch the hem of my garment. And in that moment, she was healed, Mark 5 verses 25 to 34. Why? Because of her faith. She did not let the crowd stop her. She did not let doubt hold her back. She believed, and she received. Will you believe today? Will you trust me even when you cannot see the answer? Even when the pain is still there? Even when the storm is not yet calmed? Will you still hold on? Peter walked on water, but the moment he took his eyes off me and looked at the wind and the waves, he began to sink. Matthew 14 verses 29 to 31. My child, do not look at the storm. Look at me. Keep your eyes fixed on me, the author and finisher of your faith. Hebrews 12 verse 2. I know you feel weary. I know you feel like giving up, but my grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. Those who wait on me will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40 verse 31. The enemy wants to steal your joy, to fill your mind with lies, to make you believe that your situation will never change. But I tell you now, the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come that you may have life, and have it more abundantly. John 10 verse 10. Do not listen to the lies of the enemy. Listen to my voice. I am the good shepherd. My sheep know my voice, and they follow me. John 10 verse 27. You say, Lord, I have failed you. But I say, my mercy is new every morning. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. You say, Lord, I am afraid, but I say, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. You say, Lord, I feel unworthy, but I say, nothing can separate you from my love. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. My child, rise up. Do not let your past define you. Do not let fear control you. Do not let doubt steal your destiny. I have called you for such a time as this. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. I am working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. The road is not easy, but I am with you. The fire will not burn you. The waters will not drown you. Isaiah 43 verse 2. The battle is not yours but mine. Stand still and see the salvation I will bring you today. Exodus 14 verse 13. Be patient. Trust my timing. Abraham waited. Joseph waited. David waited. And in due season I lifted them up. Your time is coming. The breakthrough is near. Hold on. I have prepared a place for you. This world is not your home. Do not store up treasures on earth, but store up treasures in heaven. Matthew 6 verses 19 to 20. Keep your lamp burning. Keep your faith strong. I am coming soon, and my reward is with me. Revelation 22 verse 12. My beloved, you are my child. You are my treasure. You are my joy. I died for you, so that you may have life. And I am alive forevermore. I hold the keys of death and the grave. Revelation 1 verse 18. Because I live, you also will live. Rejoice. Your name is written in heaven. Your sins are forgiven. You are free. Walk in victory. Walk in faith. Walk in my love. My beloved child, listen again. Do not let my words pass you by. I am speaking to your heart. I am calling you deeper. I am drawing you closer. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. My hands are upon you, and my plans for you are greater than anything you could ever imagine. I see how weary you have become. The road has been long, and the burdens have been heavy. You have prayed and waited, yet the answers seem delayed. But I tell you, my timing is perfect. I do not delay without purpose. I am working even in the silence. I am moving even when you cannot see. Every prayer you have prayed, I have heard. Every tear you have cried, I have seen. They are not wasted. They are stored up before me, and in due time, I will pour out my blessing upon you. Psalm 56 verse 8. Do you not remember how I fed 5,000 with only 5 loaves and 2 fish? Matthew 14 verses 17 to 21. I took what seemed so small and multiplied it beyond what anyone could have imagined. My power is not limited. Your provision is not in the hands of man, but in my hands. Trust me, even when you do not see how things will work out. I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. Genesis 22 verse 14. My child, I know the weight of your struggles. I know how the enemy whispers lies to you, trying to convince you that I have abandoned you. But hear me now. I have never left you. I have never turned away. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I have come so that you may have life and have it abundantly. John 10 verse 10. Do not believe the lies of the enemy. Hold on to my truth. I have declared victory over you. I have called you my own. You have walked through the fire, yet you were not burned. You have passed through the deep waters, yet you did not drown. Isaiah 43 verse 2. I have sustained you. I have carried you, and I will not let you fall. Look at David. He faced Goliath with nothing but a sling and a stone. The world saw an impossible battle, but I saw a victory. David did not trust in his own strength, but in my power. And with one small stone, he brought down the giant. 1 Samuel 17 verses 45 to 50. What giant stands before you today? Is it fear? Is it sickness? Is it financial hardship? Is it the pain of rejection? My child, you do not fight alone. I go before you. I stand beside you. The battle is mine, and I will not fail you. I am calling you to stand in faith. Do not waver. Do not be shaken. When the winds blow, stand firm. When the storms rise, hold on to my word. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will never pass away. Matthew 24 verse 35. Peter walked on water because he fixed his eyes on me. But the moment he looked at the storm, he began to sink. My child, do not focus on the storm. Focus on me. Keep your eyes on me, and you will walk in victory. Matthew 14 verses 28 to 31. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Even when it feels like no one sees your pain, I see you. Even when it feels like no one hears your prayers, I hear you. Even when it feels like no one understands, I understand. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. But every step of the way, I was with him, and in one moment, I lifted him from the prison to the palace. Genesis 41 verses 41 to 43. Your story is not over. Your pain is not the end. I am working behind the scenes. I am preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Psalm 23 verse 5. I am opening doors no man can shut. Revelation 3 verse 8. Hold on. The breakthrough is coming. Do not fear. Do not be discouraged. I have gone before you. I am making the crooked paths straight. I am leveling the mountains. I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert. Isaiah 43 verse 19. Lift up your head. Let your faith arise. You are my child. You are my beloved. You are victorious in me. My beloved child, listen to me again. My words are life, and they are for you. Do not turn away. Do not let your heart be troubled. I am with you, and I will never leave you. Even now, I am working in ways you do not see. Even now, I am standing beside you. I know the battles you have faced. I know the silent tears you have cried. I know the weight that presses on your heart, the disappointments that try to steal your joy. But I tell you this, you are not alone. I have been with you through every storm, through every trial, through every valley. When you thought no one cared, I was there. When you felt abandoned, I was holding you. When you thought you were losing the fight, I was strengthening you. Do you not remember my servant Job? He lost everything, his wealth, his children, his health. The enemy thought he would curse me, but Job held on. Even in his pain, he declared, "The Lord gives, and the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Job 1 verse 21. And in the end, I restored to him double what he had lost. Job 42 verse 10. My child, I see your suffering. I see your waiting. And I tell you now, I am the God of restoration. I am the God of redemption. Nothing you have lost is beyond my power to restore. I can turn your mourning into joy. I can turn your sorrow into dancing. Hold on, for your season of restoration is near. You have asked, Lord, when will the pain end? You have cried out, Lord, when will you answer me? My child, do not fear. Do not be discouraged. My timing is perfect. When the Israelites stood before the Red Sea, it seemed impossible. The enemy was behind them, and the sea was before them. But at the right moment, I made a way where there was no way. Exodus 14 verses 21 to 22. I will do the same for you. I will open doors you never imagined. I will create paths where there were none. What seems impossible to you is nothing for me. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Genesis 18 verse 14. You say, Lord, my faith is weak. But I say, even if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Matthew 17 verse 20. My child, do not focus on how small your faith feels. Focus on how great I am. I am the God who brings the dead to life. I am the God who speaks, and the universe is formed. If I can calm the storm with a word, do you not believe I can calm the storm in your life? When Peter walked on water, he was fine as long as he kept his eyes on me. But when he looked at the wind and waves, he began to sink. Matthew 14 verse 30. My child, do not look at the storm. Do not look at your troubles. Look at me. Keep your eyes on me, and you will not sink. Keep your faith in me, and you will overcome. I have seen your sacrifices. I have seen how you have remained faithful, even when it was difficult. I have seen how you have trusted me, even when others doubted. And I tell you now, your reward is coming. Your breakthrough is near. I am a faithful God, and I will never forget those who trust in me. Remember my servant Joseph. He was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, thrown into prison for a crime he did not commit. But even in the prison, I was with him. Even in the lowest moments, I was working behind the scenes. And in one day, I lifted him from the prison to the palace. Genesis 41 verse 41. My child, do you not see? I am the God of sudden turnarounds. I can change your story in an instant. What the enemy meant for evil, I will use for your good. Genesis 50 verse 20. Every tear you have cried, every prayer you have whispered, every night you have spent wondering if I hear you. I have seen it all. I have heard it all, and I am working all things together for your good. Romans 8 verse 28. Hold on. Do not give up. You are closer than you think. Your victory is near. Your testimony is coming. Your prayers have not been in vain. Your faithfulness has not been wasted. The seeds you have planted in faith will soon bring a harvest. Galatians 6 verse 9. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not without hope. I am your shepherd, and I will lead you to still waters. I am your refuge, and I will shelter you in the storm. I am your father, and I will never abandon you. Lift up your eyes. Do you not see? The dawn is breaking. The darkness will not last forever. The battle is already won. I have overcome the world. John 16, verse 33. I love you, my child. With an everlasting love, I have called you. You are mine, and I will never let you go. My beloved child, listen to my voice. Do not turn away. Do not grow weary. I am here. Even now, I am speaking to your heart, calling you into my presence, drawing you closer to me. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are mine. I see the burdens you carry. I see the silent battles you fight. I know the weight on your shoulders, the struggles that press against your soul. But my child, you were never meant to carry these alone. Cast your burdens upon me, for I care for you. 1 Peter 5, verse 7. Lay them at my feet and rest. I am your refuge, your hiding place, your strong tower. The storm may rage, but you are safe in my arms. Do you not know? Have you not heard? I am the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. I do not grow tired or weary. My understanding no one can fathom. I give strength to the weary and power to the weak. Even youths grow tired and stumble, but those who wait on me will renew their strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Isaiah 40 verses 28 to 31. My child, I see how you have struggled, how you have fought to hold on to hope when everything around you seemed to fall apart. But hear me now. I have not abandoned you. I have not turned my face from you. I am working even in the silence. Even in the waiting, I am preparing something greater than you can imagine. Look at Abraham. I promised him a son, yet years passed, and still the promise seemed unfulfilled. But at the appointed time, I brought forth Isaac, just as I said I would. Genesis 21 verses 1 to 2. My child, my promises to you will not fail. My word will not return to me void, but will accomplish what I have sent it to do. Isaiah 55 verse 11. Hold on to my word, for it is your anchor in the storm. You have asked, Lord, do you see me? Do you hear me? Yes, my child, I see you. I hear you. Every prayer, every cry, every whisper of your heart reaches my ears. Even before you speak, I know your thoughts. Before a word is on your tongue, I know it completely. Psalm 139 verse 4. Remember the woman who had suffered for 12 years with the issue of blood? She had spent all she had, searching for healing, searching for hope. But when she reached out and touched the hem of my garment, power flowed from me, and she was healed instantly. Mark 5 verses 25 to 34. My child, reach out to me in faith. Your healing, your breakthrough, your deliverance is in my hands. Nothing is impossible for me. Luke 1 verse 37. You say, Lord, my faith is weak, but I say to you, even if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move, and it will move. Matthew 17 verse 20. My child, it is not the size of your faith that matters, but the greatness of your God. I am greater than your fears, greater than your struggles, greater than every obstacle before you. Look at Daniel in the lion's den. He was thrown into the pit, surrounded by hungry lions. Yet I shut the mouths of the lions, and he was not harmed. Daniel 6 verses 16 to 22. I am the same God today. The enemy may prowl like a roaring lion, seeking to devour you, but I have already declared victory over you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54 verse 17. My child, I see how the enemy has tried to fill your mind with fear, doubt, and anxiety. But I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. Fear has no place in you, for I am with you. The enemy cannot snatch you from my hands. You belong to me. Do you remember Paul and Silas in prison? They were bound in chains, beaten and suffering, yet they sang praises to me. And at midnight, I shook the earth, I opened the prison doors, and their chains fell off. Acts 16 verses 25 to 26. My child, praise me even in your midnight hour. Worship me in the waiting. Sing even when the breakthrough has not yet come. Your praise is a weapon, and I inhabit the praises of my people. Psalm 22 verse 3. I see your needs. I know the struggles that weigh you down. But my child, do not worry about tomorrow. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, yet I provide for them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Seek first my kingdom, and all these things will be given to you. Matthew 6 verses 25 to 33. I am your provider. I am your healer. I am your deliverer. I am your peace. I am your strength. Whatever you need, I am. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time, you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Galatians 6 verse 9. Your labor is not in vain. Your prayers are not in vain. Your faithfulness is not in vain. The enemy wants you to believe that I have forgotten you, but I say to you, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Isaiah 49 verse 16. I have called you by name. You are mine. The storm may rage, the fire may burn, but I am with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. The mountains may fall, the earth may shake, but my love for you will never be shaken. Isaiah 54 verse 10. Stand firm, my child. Lift your eyes. Help is on the way. I am working behind the scenes. Your story is not over. Your best days are ahead. What I have spoken over you will come to pass. My word will never fail. I love you with an everlasting love. Rest in me. Trust in me. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Matthew 28 verse 20. My beloved child, do not be afraid. Do not let your heart be troubled. I am the Lord your God, the one who formed you in your mother's womb. I have known you before you took your first breath, and I have written every day of your life in my book. Psalm 139 verses 13 to 16. Nothing you have gone through has escaped my sight. Nothing you are facing is too difficult for me. I know the pain in your heart. I see the disappointments that weigh you down. I hear the questions in your soul. Lord, why is this happening? When will my breakthrough come? My child, I am not slow in keeping my promises as some understand slowness. My timing is perfect, and I am working in ways you cannot yet see. 2 Peter 3 verse 9. Trust me, for I am the author and finisher of your faith. Hebrews 12 verse 2. What I have started in you, I will complete. What I have promised, I will fulfill. Hold on to my word, for it is life and strength to you. Do not look at your circumstances. Look at me. Remember David, my servant. He was anointed king, yet he had to run for his life before the throne was given to him. He hid in caves, he was betrayed, he was pursued by enemies. But through it all, he trusted me, and in due time, I lifted him up. 1 Samuel 16 to 2 Samuel 5. My child, I am lifting you. Your waiting is not wasted. Your trials are shaping you. Your struggles are building endurance, faith, and strength for the calling I have placed on your life. Look at the disciples in the storm. The wind was raging, the waves were crashing, and fear gripped their hearts. But I walked on the water toward them, and I said, "Take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid. Matthew 14, verse 27. My child, take courage. I am with you in the storm. I am walking toward you. You will not sink. You will not drown, for my hand is holding you. I have promised that when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. Isaiah 43, verse 2. Do you believe this? Do you trust that I am greater than what you are facing? The enemy wants you to feel abandoned, but I say to you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13, verse 5. I am closer than your breath. I am fighting for you even now. Your prayers have not been ignored. Your tears have not been in vain. Every cry of your heart has reached me, and I will answer in my perfect time. Hold on, my child. Keep pressing forward. Keep believing. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Your breakthrough is near. The doors that seem closed forever, I am opening them. The chains that have held you back, I am breaking them. The mountain before you, it is moving in my name. Look at Joseph. He was thrown into a pit, sold as a slave, and imprisoned for years. But I had a greater plan. In one moment, I lifted him from the prison to the palace. Genesis 41, verse 14. My child, your situation may seem impossible, but I am the God of sudden turnarounds. I can change everything in an instant. Have faith. Do not waver. Do not doubt. For I have declared over you, you are blessed and highly favored. You are more than a conqueror. Romans 8, verse 37. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54, verse 17. The plans I have for you are good, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear, for I am with you. Joshua 1, verse 9. The same power that raised me from the dead is living in you. Romans 8, verse 11. You will rise. You will overcome. Your story is not over, for I am still writing it. My child, lift up your head. Wipe away your tears. The night may be long, but joy is coming with the morning. Psalm 30, verse 5. You will see my goodness in the land of the living. Psalm 27, verse 13. You will testify of my faithfulness. Hold on, for I am near. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, I come before you with all my burdens, all my fears, and all my doubts. I lay them at your feet, knowing that you are the God who sees me, the God who never leaves me. Strengthen my faith, Lord. Help me to trust you even when I don't understand. Give me the endurance to keep pressing forward, the courage to face my battles, and the peace that surpasses all understanding. Father, I declare that my life is in your hands. Every mountain, every storm, every challenge, I surrender it to you. I believe that you are working all things for my good, and I choose to rest in your promises. Lord, let your presence fill my heart. Let your spirit renew my strength. May your love cast out every fear. Teach me to walk in faith, to hold on to hope, and to never stop believing in your perfect plan. I trust you, Jesus. I know that my victory is near. I know that my breakthrough is coming. I praise you in advance for what you are about to do. Let my life be a testimony of your power, a reflection of your grace, and a vessel of your love. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Amen.